All right, so check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Came out the booth, got my drum programming clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get in the vibe. You feel me? Okay, that's all part of the gig. So now I'm ready to do what I got to do on these drums. Check it out. So we're going to open Logic. We're going to do the drums in Logic. Because Logic is awesome for that, right? As a sequencer, I actually favor Studio One. But the reason I use Logic is because the sounds in Logic are my friends. I use the stock sounds in Logic so often that it's hard for me to go anywhere else. So, yeah. So, anyway, Logic. I already opened it because my Logic takes like a million years to open. That's because I have every sound in the world. So, the thing about Logic is it looks through your computer, through every sound in the EXS24 library before it opens up. So it takes forever. It's the only program I know of that does that. Once it loads up, everything's at your disposal. I guess that's the reason why it does that, but other programs don't need to. So I don't know why Logic does that, but my particular Logic takes 40 days and 40 nights to load. Okay? So let's make a new session. Figured that's apropos for the beginning of the process. And my computer's going to embarrass me in front of my friends. Okay. What we're going to do, usually what I'll do is I'll say software instrument. Just give me like 10 of those. For some reason, it always gives you this. It gives you that as the last one. I don't really want to hear that right now. So I'm ready to record. I really don't use templates in Logic because it's so easy to start from scratch. It's almost no point. I don't really need everything to already be there. It's so easy to call it up. It's a very easy program once you get to know it. All right, cool. So let's talk a little bit about Logic versus Pro Tools. All right. Logic is a digital MPC. It's based on MIDI production. All right, MPC is MIDI Production Center, I think. Yeah. So it's basically made to trigger MIDI, sending it out to different devices, interpret it as it comes back, all that good stuff. Use software instruments, yada yada. So that is what Logic is. Now, Pro Tools, on the other hand, is a digital tape machine. It's made to digitally emulate what tape does as opposed to what an MPC would do. So it's all about audio over there. I wouldn't personally recommend doing MIDI in Pro Tools unless you want to go crazy. I mean, you go crazy. No, you won't necessarily go crazy. I know people who do it, but it's just, I wouldn't. It's just not the business. Okay, Logic is much better at that. But I personally also don't like doing audio in Logic because, you know, guitars, vocals, anything audio, you know, live anything, live shakers or whatever. I try to stay away from Logic. I don't like the way it handles audio. It's just too much hassle for me, and it's too easy to do in Pro Tools. So I actually go back and forth between programs when I'm doing my thing. Okay? And what gets done in here is my thing. All right? So I got 9 tracks. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do with them 9 tracks? Well, I got an idea in my head. Okay. It's all based on the guitar groove, you know. You know what? Let's make a little dummy guitar track first. Okay, let's go all the way down to here. Logic is cool too because it has settings that you can just grab easily, and just whole channel strips that you can just grab and do stuff quickly, and a lot of them are super nice. The sound design guys, I mean, for a relatively inexpensive program, Logic is so much bang for the buck. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Legacy, GarageBand, Logic. All right, let's get a guitar. I just want to make a dummy guitar just to, I'm never going to use this. It's not going to be on the final version, but that's where the idea came from. And I don't feel like going and playing the acoustic and micing it up and all that good stuff just to get, a guitar to play with. So, acoustic guitar. Let's see. That's not what I want. Straight. That's actually what I did. This is the basic feel of what I'm doing. Forgot what my tempo is though. Let's go. Yeah, definitely not. I think it's like 145. Someday. All right. This song is actually like an idea that happened in the house and another idea that happened in the car, all put together. A lot of times I'll be driving and something will come to me, like a concept or an idea of some sort. Could be a melody, could be a guitar lick, could be a lyric, could be a concept, could be anything. In this particular case, it was a concept, another 15 years. It was like, oh, okay, so what if the kid sees a girl and is like, well, I haven't seen a girl like you in my whole life, and that's 15 years. So at this rate, I won't see another girl like you for another 15 years. So I can't let you just pass by right now. I gotta talk to you. It's very important because I can't wait another 15 years. I don't know about you, but I can't wait another 15 years. So it's a cool concept, and then I thought of that groove at the house, and I was like, probably work over that good. Can't wait another 15 years. What? And then just went crazy and wrote the song. All right, cool. You're like, dude, when are you gonna start drum programming? It's because, man, okay, that's where the drums came from, is this groove. All right, now the groove's gonna agree with what I did, and it's gonna make for awesomeness. What we're trying to do is be awesome here, okay? We're trying to be awesome. I don't like what I did with the pedal there. You know what? I want to pull off. Off. Okay. Big dummy. Oh, first of all, I'm stupid because 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not all I need. I need 2 through 10, not 2 through 6, man. All right. I need 8 bars, not 4. It's an 8-bar groove. Sorry, my pedal is moving around on me, thereby pissing me off. Okay. 3 and off. Okay, so what I really needed to do is quantize that automatically as I play it in, which it is doing. I just want to show you where that is. It's over here. Quantize 16 note. Now, that is actually 2 different things. It has 2 functions. So if I do that, then this will apply to that. So if I went 32, then now that is 32nd notes. But if I click outside of that, then it auto-quantizes to 16ths. See? It's pretty cool. I really want that to be 16ths, so I'm cool with that. But as long as you see this here and it's not off, it's auto-quantizing what you bring in. Now the thing is, it's really not changing what you brought in. So when you play something, it is what it is. That's just determining how Logic plays it back. So if you were to play something and it auto-quantized it, and you don't want it to be auto-quantized, all you do is turn it off and it will revert back to exactly what you put in. Hey. Oh wow, that's pretty horrible. That's pretty horrible. That made me look bad in front of my students. I see what happened there. Okay. Okay, that note is way too loud for me. Write this one. So what I'm gonna do is hit this button right there, and I'm going to go here. Let's see. By the way, I have a Kensington trackball, so I got these buttons right here. I'm just holding the camera by hand. If it shakes a little bit, don't sue me. But that's my left click, that's my right click. Then I got two buttons up here I can assign, and I just assign them to the same letters that I did zoom with. So it's really easy for me to navigate around the screen. I can make it smaller, go over here, make that bigger again. See? Just makes it easy, and then scroll is over here. So I can scroll like that, bigger and smaller over here, click, drag, see? Just makes it super easy. So yeah, figured I'd show you that. All right, so now we're back to this. Yeah, it's super loud for no reason. Let's now look at our note velocity. That's how hard the note was hit. I really like how they did their scroll stuff now, because it's hard to find. It should just always be there. They're trying to be cool. Okay, it's loud too. That's not what I wanted to do. God, would you stop that? Fine. Fine. Oh my God. It's not really what I want to do. I'll do it that way if it wants me to. That kick pattern and that snare and that bass give everything else a place to sit, right? They create pockets for everything else to sit. So if you're playing lead guitar and you don't have a good drummer or bass player, there's nothing you can do. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's just there's no pocket to sit in. And it's like walking on water, okay, because there's no stable foundation. That's created by the drums and the bass, whether it's live bass or whatever bass it is. That bass has to agree with that kick. Whatever the kick pattern is, the bass has to agree with that. And that is of paramount importance when you're making music, okay? So since I'm about to do drums, I really want to have a bass in there. Whether I'm going to use it as a final bass or not is still up for grabs. I'm not, married to anything right now. It's just what I need to make these drums sound good, and I really want to do everything else to the drums. So I'm going to do the acoustic guitar to the drums. I just have a dummy track so I can get the drums done. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah. No. You know what? Okay, so Logic. You can do this here. Select your little instruments there, buddy. Synth bass. What I want is sine bass, right? But you can also do it over here. So I kind of like to just get rid of that entirely and just go. That's so cool. All right, and then just go over there and do it. Let's see. Sine bass. Okay, what you can't do, first of all, is be that loud. Okay. That's just crazy. All right, so that's cool, but that's just, yeah. So I am gonna have to open that back up, which only takes one click on the instrument. And then what I need is a longer decay. Okay, I talk about decay and all that stuff in the basics, which you definitely, if you haven't watched that, you should watch it. Even if you know the stuff, it's a good thing to just remind yourself. Okay, cool. Let's just do that. It's just the wrong note, man. You know, it's just the wrong note. There's not really anything I can say about that other than I need to do that again. Okay, now, if I didn't hit replace, it would try to put one on top of the other, and that's not what I want. When I go back over it, because I jacked up, I don't want to have both of them. I want to replace the one I did before. So I usually record with it in replace. If I mess up, I can just hit record again. All right. Part's hilarious to me because I'm like really trying to sound like a guitar on this weak patch. All right, I'm just gonna be slightly anal. And put that D flat in there. 3, and yes, what's gonna be do. Because I did it with the guitar. That's gonna be a guitar lick. Maybe I'll do a little dummy thing for that too, since it's very thematic for the song. Increment. That's just not what I plan to do. I was trying to stop it and hit the space bar and it selected that for me. What increment would I like? You know what? The ES2 again. That's right. That's just my increment for the day, which is, as opposed to excrement, which is something completely different. I don't have time to explain. Just take my word for it. It's not the same thing. So on this one, I can probably just let's go to leads, and I use this guy a lot. I like it. It's just a really simple. All right, cool. I like to do stuff with the pitch bend wheel and modulation, pitch. So yeah, just wiggle a little bit. Just to make it sing. Those are the kind of things a human voice does. That's why it sounds natural when you do that. And this is more. That's it's okay. A little grace note there. Okay, so I need a little bit of sweetness on that though. So let's just do. Okay, you can't click that. Why does it go away? That doesn't make any sense. Like if I click this, why would it go away if I chose nothing? Like just clearly, you should stick around and see what I want. Stereo delay, bam. Awesome, that's just fine. Remember, none of this stuff is going to end up in the final mix anyway. Yeah, kind of straight. Okay, cool. So let's put that in now. Hey. Awesome. Might not want to quantize that. That's not good. I'll just put the information from the modulation wheel in there. Okay. Now let's talk about this here. These guys right here, this is what will always be there by default. And this is what happens when you hit Apple. So I'm going to use that as my glue tool. So when I do this and hit that button, it's going to glue it together. When I let go of Apple, it goes back. All right. So bam, you know what I'm saying? Bam, glue, off, back to what I was doing. It makes it super quick. Like if I want to just do this, I don't know why it puts it all on the same track if you do that. Some serious gluing. Actually, I can see why you do that. If you want to split stuff up and then put it back, I'd never do that. Anyway. Hey. What? Come on. Hey. Yeah, I put the modulation wheel back down here just so it would record it coming down so it wouldn't say. Alright, I don't want that. I might want it there, but no. Anytime I hold the note, usually, you know, put a little. Sounds more like a voice, like it's singing, like it's telling you a story. Hey. By the way, doing this in Pro Tools, God, it would take like 30 clicks for every one click I'm doing right now. Hey. Oh. Got a little groove going. All right, cool. What? Do. Oh, what? Yeah. All right, cool. Right. If I really sucked as a producer, I'd stop there. That'd just be the song. Just make some really banging drums and have somebody come sing. As you'll see, I did a lot more. All right, so what do we need to do? Create a little mix on this. I mean, I think it's cool, but yeah, all of that's too loud. I like the fact that you can just select multiple tracks and do the same thing to all three, or all of them if you want to. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, cuz. Can't wait another 15 years. Alright, instruments. So for the kick, right? I'm going to use 2 kicks. I'm going to use a little 2 kick treatment in this song. And I want them to come from one of my AU instruments. That's audio units, which is the format that Logic accepts when it comes to instruments. So we're going to go to Spectrasonic Stylus because Stylus is awesome for stuff like percussion stuff. I hardly ever actually use Stylus for my main kick, but I definitely did on No Air, so it it has served me well. Let's go to sound menus, not claps and snaps, not cymbals, but in fact kicks. Okay, we're gonna go down to mellow and we're gonna use think that's what I want to do. No, that's what I want to do. Yeah, that is what I want to do. All right, cool. All right. Sorry, I got excited about my kick there. Kicks at the beginning of that. Hello, move that over. No, cool. Hey. Okay, so that's kind of the groove I want. Let's see. Okay, I want a little double kick there. So I'm just gonna duplicate that. That would be Apple D on Mac. Apple D, y'all. Duplicate the track. Bam. All the settings are the same. I can keep it moving, right? I'm gonna do a little, let's see, 30-second notes. I'm what? It just went back to 30. Okay, that just messed me all up. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I could have done that after. I just felt like saving some time, which didn't in the end. All right, cool. Now the reason I do that is because it creates a more natural sound. If you're playing a kick and you're actually right, that first kick is not going to have as much highs as the second kick, and it's going to be a little lower. It's not going to be that. You know, that's like a machine gun effect. That's not how humans sound, right? Even with your hand, right? So I use a different kick for that. I could use the same kick and EQ'd it, but I think I'm going to EQ that kick for that because it's just the frequencies in that kick work for the little beginning kick thing. Too much highs right now, so let's go ahead and EQ that real quick. Nice. It's already better. Again, I'm not trying to make it perfect. Maybe even less. Nah. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Just undid, but it's not gonna undo what I do to the EQ. I just took the EQ completely out of the picture. Hey. Yeah. I kind of like how that sounds. Like if you really want it to sound kind of more filtered, then you'd raise that a little bit. Maybe change the Q. Something like that. That is essentially what resonance does when you're dealing with a filter. The resonance takes that and makes it higher or lower. All right, so there's an upswing before there's a downswing on the EQ. Very cool. Let's boost this somewhere to make it a little more punchy. It's gonna be in the high mid somewhere, or the mid-mids. Remember, all this we're gonna do better later, so who cares? Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to my homie Geist. All right, I like Geist. Geist is cool. Watch this. Instrument, F expansion, Geist. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Geist is awesome. I use Geist with my MPD32. So let me go ahead and show you how that works real quick. Now, Geist and the MPD. All right. These are two of my closest homies. And here's why. So you got 16 pads here on Geist, as you can see, and you also have 16 pads on the MPD. All right. Now, let's go to my sounds drive. That's where I keep my sounds, man. You know, sample libraries, drums, loops. Let's go to Tim drums. Now that's Tim of Tim and Bob, the super producer duo. All right. Now that's Tim on the left. Okay. Not that Tim and Bob. So yeah, that Tim and Bob. All right. Now that's Tim on the left. Okay. Google those dudes. All right. Enough said. So I got 5,000 drums in here. Kicks. All right. Three folders of kicks. That's nice. You know what? I like that. What I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put it right there, right? Here's the thing about that. Now, I could hit my keyboard for that. I could. But I could also hit the corresponding pad. Oh, look at that. Velocity sensitivity. All right, cool. Let's get us a snare. Snare. Okay. All right, cool. Like some of those are coming off a little soft. So, what I'm going to do, being the producer that I am, all right, I'm going to go over here and hit full. Bam. Full. Right? So no matter what I do, you're going to get the same level. First of all, that's just way too loud. That's just ridiculous. All right, cool. Haha, y'all ain't know my hands is that fast though. Y'all don't answer that. Okay. Woo! Just one finger, y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what? Let's go get a hi-hat. Why not? Second folder. Those are more like shakers. I can also go down this way. Tim is actually the guy that got me into this program. It was actually Guru at the time, but they discontinued Guru and made Geist to replace it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put that here. Now, when I put that there, I'm gonna actually go to pads and layers and look at it. Oh my goodness, are you serious? I can do that? You know what? I wanna filter that. So I'm gonna turn the filter on and I'm gonna change the cutoff. Ooh, ooh. Now the resonance is exactly what I did. That EQ curve that went up before it went down. That's that. That's a terrible frequency to do that at. That's all right. A little too much resonance. Backwards. Pat, boom, pat, pat, pat. Hey, right? So I'm already having fun. Right? That's some old heavy D. Right? That's definitely some 90s stuff going on right there. So you got all that stuff here. You can mix it here. There's a gain. There's your pan. This is all the things on that. Now, on that same pad, I can actually bring something else in and put it there. Right? So I can actually mix those those things together. So now you hear that too. But I don't want that, so I got rid of it. That easy. It's just really, really quick, man. When you got 16 pads physically here and digitally there at the same time, it just makes your life amazing. Like your whole life just becomes amazing. Yeah. So that's the Geist MPD relationship. I dig it, but kind of a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I dig it a whole lot. Yeah. So let's get back to beeswax. All right, so you see how we make kits in Geist. It's like the easiest thing ever. Just drag it to a pad and you're done. You can also do things like move this pad to another pad, copy a pad, swap with a different pad. If you want to see what's on there, you can see this right here, H acoustic chop. That's what's on this. All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do. Oh, let me tell you how I did this. So, as I told you, you can save kits. So, I saved that kit when I did the song because I knew I was going to do a tutorial. And I just loaded the kit. Load kit, another 15 kit, bam. Right? So, all your stuff is there. All right, cool. So, what am I going to do first? Let's see. I don't need to see that right now. Definitely need my snare first. So, and I think it's here. Yeah. That's my main snare. So it's on every one. Hey. Okay, what's getting on my nerves is this verb. Okay, and this phaser going somewhere. All right, cool. Yeah. That to be super dry. All right, cool. So now I will duplicate that track. I always do that. You can put multiple things on the same track, but when you mix it, you're gonna have to separate all that anyway. So I like to do that from the beginning. My computer can handle it. You know, multiple instances of this. It's not a big deal. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's my little trail that I put on every other snare. Hey. Yeah. Duplicate that again. All right. Now what I usually do is I'll put my first sound on there, and like if all I wanted was this, I'll throw that sound on that pad and start working, and then I'll go and duplicate it, and then I'll find another sound and put it on another pad, and the next one will have the old sounds on it too, and then after all the sounds are on every pad, you can just save the kit, and you got all the drums that were from Geist on that song. Let's see, this one, yeah, that needs the verb though, right? Let's just turn it on. Oh yeah, let's phase the verb, right? Phasing the verb. All right, now let's talk about that. I'm not verbing the phase, I'm phasing the verb, okay? And I'm verbing the Geist. So everything goes from top to bottom, right? So there's Geist, and then there's a verb that it hits, and then all of Geist with the verb goes to the fader. If I were to take this and put it there, then I'd be verbing the phaser. Now I'm phasing the verb and the Geist. What I normally do is send it to a whole different bus and put a verb and a phaser on that so it doesn't affect the original signal. So I'm not phasing Geist, I'm just phasing the verb. That's what I do like in the mix. Right now, not that big a deal, okay? Don't need to be that anal right now, just trying to keep the workflow going, keep my mojo flowing, you feel me? So we're gonna put, I want that on every other one too. So that's on the first one. And, okay, now that's a good time to go ahead and put it on full. All right, I want those to be full velocity every time. And I don't have to beat the crap out of my fingers to do it. Hey. Too much verb. I'll fix that right now. as high as in a verb too. Yeah, it works for me. Let's see. Let's add a sound to that. See, I can keep playing. Duplicate my track and keep it moving if I want to. I'll go back to Geist and pull something else in. Okay, that can't be full. Okay. See how that's creating a whole different groove? Dun 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 see? Alright? In between stuff, man. That's what makes it sweet. But I'll show you what I do to that later. I actually do have that groove in there, but I did something to it. And I'll pull the actual track in for that. So let me see. What I got left? Okay. Yeah, let's put that in. Right. If I hit play, it'll keep playing without recording. Oh, down. Down. My groove is coming together now. Yeah. It almost makes that cheesy acoustic guitar sound good. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, man. That's in the ultra beat, or ultra beat in English. The ultra beat is right there. All right, it's a Logic instrument. That's the thing, man. Logic. It's a Logic instrument. In the analog kick drum bank, drum banks, analog kick drum. All right, that's the A flat. Yeah. So middle C, C below middle C, right below that, the A flat. All right, there you go. Use that to your heart's content. You hear that a lot on movies too. Just, you know, because those huge subwoofers in movie theaters, yeah, make it feel good. All right. All right, so I use that to complement the crash. Yeah. All right, so I need them toms, you know, to bring it back over. All right, so on the toms I use a little bit of layering. The reason for this is because one doesn't always do the trick. Right? Okay, so that is bendy toms. Oh, the instrument's just gone. I don't know why, but it's definitely the EXS-24. See if it'll find it for me. It's gonna populate itself. Oh, look at that. Bendy Toms. Bam. Yeah, probably this EQ. Yeah, it's not going to be what I want. All right, let's go with these guys together. S. Solo. You can solo region, so you only hear the region. It's awesome. I use it all the time. Just want to hear those. Now, really, I could use a third time, but right now I know what I'm going to do in the mix. What I want is for one to give me the attack and the other one to give me the trail at the end. And I want one to give me some mids and the other one to give me some highs and some air, right? So this one right here, it's kind of like a upper mid type air in it, but it's not really as high as I want that to be. So yeah, especially on the last two, I get a little bit more highs from it and that high attack from that one. Okay, cool. So together, I might even maybe pan one of them a little bit. Get more as a stereo. Yeah, that's nice. Now, I pan my toms from the drummer perspective, which means my floor tom or my lowest tom is to the right, and my highest tom is to the left, and they go in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You can also mix from the audience perspective, so it'd be the opposite. Right? But I like to mix as if you're sitting at the drum kit. So I don't know. Woo. Y'all ain't ready for that. Main hi-hat. Now, you notice where the snare is, that hi-hat doesn't exist. Off, nothing. Kind of gives you this type of feel to it. Woo! But I got a little hat, I call it a trap hat because it's doing stuff. Woo! Now if I do that, hit S. Right. So neither of the hats are on the snare in this song. That's not every song. I just thought in this song it kind of gave it a nice thing when the snare could just come out by itself and the hats could complement around it. And then this hat is around that one, so they rarely happen at the same time. I also panned them left and right. Yeah. So they bounce back and forth. All right. So you get this cool stereo image thing with two hats bouncing around, especially if you have earphones on, it gets wider. So they just bounce back and forth. As you hear now, you only hear one of them, but that's on the right. And then you hear, oh, wow. Keep on bouncing, fellas. Keep on bouncing. Woo. So in order to make those quick things on this one, I had to go in and kind of surgically do that. There's programs that do it, dare I say, better than Logic. Yeah, like this right here. All right. See, these are triplets. All right. Let's find out what they are. Let's just recreate this real quick. Now, I know, which one is it? It's that one, I think. Yeah, That's definitely it. All right, cool. So we got that one. So I want that to be on full. Let's go back to Geist. Put it on full. All right. All right, okay. So I'll just put the straight, I think that's 30 seconds. Whoa, wait a minute. Where am I right now? Okay. Okay, that is 30 seconds. And I need to put that on 30 second there. What? Oh, yes. Now we want. Let's do that again. Let's just do that again. 3, 4. All right, I could do it from here. 30 seconds. All right. But before that, I want to dig it. All right. This guy right here needs to come up. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Didn't do that before. Right. So let's make that happen. So I can't replace because if I hit replace, it'll get rid of the ones that are already there. So I just want to add that little triplet. 2, 2. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, so what is that though? That's some kind of triplet. I'm gonna try 64th triplets. That's what it is. And I'm gonna go back up here. Make those both come down to where they're supposed to be. Let's see. Yeah, it's better to be doing this from this screen. I'm just gonna move those over just to make sure I select them both. And then I'm going to glue them together. I probably want you to see that now you can see that and then this. Those are two different regions right now. But as I go here, like if I do this, yeah, see I'm only selecting one of them. If I do that, I select both of them. And then I hit my apple. Now the velocity showed up for the one that wasn't selected. Put this back over here. Yeah, so there we go. So now we got our cool little thing. All that just for something that happens in half a second. Hey, what? I don't know what that is. That's probably like 64ths or something. Whew. That's a triplet too. I think that's 16 triplets. Yeah. My open hi-hat, I put that in before. All right, cool. Now Logic, you can just hit M and mute something. Whether it be here on the piano roll. See these? If you look, you'll see this one is muted. Because I recorded that and didn't end up wanting it. So, right here. Actually. Probably stepping on something else. Yeah, so the other one was going fast right there. That would take away from it, so I got rid of it. But I could always bring it back just by hitting M if I wanted to. All right, which is super sweet. This is my crashes from Stylus. All right, same menu, you know, got the kicks from. All right. This is my other crash from Geist. I think that's where it's at. Where's that crash? Yeah, man. It's on pad number 9. I mixed that with the crash from Stylus. So they're layered, which gives it a super luscious type sound right there. I brought in a clap from Stylus, the claps menu. That's right in the same area. Woo! Big clap at the end, lets you know what's coming. Right, so you got all of that. Woo! Okay, now let me show you my cool little hat situation I got going. All right, so if I take that off, I got, that's where it is, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna solo that. Hey, what? But what I did, I went there, there, and there, and I got this. It's a little cool little filter that comes with Logic, right? But look what it did to it, though. Oh, 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 Woo, another little groove going on, man. So now the drums by themselves. Just kind of did that for me. I thought it was awesome. Woo! Did so much for the groove. Bring it back in. Can't wait another 15. Woo! Ooh, starting to sound like something, y'all. What? All right, so that's my main sequence. Got my little main sequence, my little drums cracking.